Animal tissues. Animal body is made up of a number of organs that work together. Lungs, respiratory tubes, and the contraction and relaxation of the special muscles help us to breathe. Muscle cells are grouped together in fibers. These muscles are attached to bones. This helps muscles and bones to move. Blood is also a kind of tissue. This is so because blood flows and carries various substances from one part of the body to another. For example, it carries oxygen and nutrients to all cells. It also collects waste from all parts of the body and carries them to the liver and kidney for disposal. On the basis of the function they perform, we can think of different types of animal tissues. The animal tissues can be classified as epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and nervous tissue. Students, now let's see the two main types of tissues. Simple animal tissues. Simple animal tissue consists of one type of cells. 1. Epithelial tissue. Cells of epithelial tissues are tightly packed and form a continuous sheet. They have no intercellular spaces. All epithelium is usually separated from the underlying tissue by an extracellular fibrous basement membrane, the skin, the lining of the mouth, lining of blood vessels, lung alveoli, and kidney tubules are all made of epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue forms a protective covering of the animal body. It also acts as a barrier to keep different body systems separate from each other. The cells lack intercellular spaces, so the permeability of the cells play an important role in regulating the exchange of material between the body and external environment. The different types of epithelial tissue are as follows. 1. Simple squamous epithelium. The cells of squamous epithelium tissues are extremely thin, flat, and form a delicate lining. These cells are situated in the lining of blood vessels, lung alveoli, esophagus, lining of the mouth. It performs the function of transportation of substances through selectively permeable membrane. 2. Stratified squamous epithelium. The cells of this tissue are arranged to form a pattern of layers. They are found in the outer layer of the skin. It protects the body organs, prevents wear and tear of the skin. 3. Columnar epithelium. These cells are tall and are arranged like pillars. They are found in the inner lining of intestine. They secrete digestive enzymes and perform the function of absorption of nutrients from digested food. 4. Ciliated columnar epithelium. Columnar epithelial cells having hair-like projections are called ciliated columnar epithelium. It is found in the respiratory tract. Due to the movement of the cilia, the mucus and air is pushed forward to clear the respiratory tract. 5. Cuboidal epithelium. The cells are cube-shaped. Lining of kidney tubules and ducts of salivary glands have cuboidal epithelium. It helps in the absorption of useful material from urine before it is passed out. It helps in the secretion of saliva. 6. Glandular epithelium. Sometimes a portion of the epithelial tissue folds inwards to form a multicellular gland. This structure is called glandular epithelium. It performs the function of secreting substances like sweat, oil, mucus from the skin. Complex tissue. Complex tissue is made up of more than one type of cells. They work together. Students, let us see the first type of complex tissue, and that is the connective tissue. The connective tissue consists of matrix, and the cells are embedded in the matrix. The nature, density, and amount of the matrix differ depending upon the function of the particular connective tissue. The matrix may be jelly-like, fluid, dense, or rigid. This can be explained from the different types of connective tissue as given below. 1. Bone. It forms the supporting framework of the body. It also anchors the muscles and supports the main organs of the body. It is a strong and non-flexible tissue. Bone cells are embedded in a hard matrix that is composed of calcium and phosphorus compounds. 2. Blood. Blood is a fluid connective tissue. It has a fluid matrix called plasma in which red blood corpuscles, that is RBCs, white blood corpuscles, that is WBCs, and blood platelets are suspended. The plasma contains proteins, salts, and hormones. Blood transports gases, digested food, hormones to different parts of the body. 3. Ligament. It connects bones and is very elastic with considerable strength. Ligament contains very little matrix. It serves to hold the structures together and keep them stable. For example, ligament connects the shin bone to thigh bone to provide strength to the knee. 4. Tendons. It connects muscles to the bones. Tendons are fibrous with great strength but have limited flexibility. Tendons serve to move the bones or structure. For example, in human beings, muscles of calf are attached to the heel bone. Tendons also attach the structures such as eyeballs to the bones. 5. Cartilage. Its cells are widely spaced. Cartilage smoothens the bone surface at joints. It is also present in the nose, ears, trachea, and larynx. 6. Areola. It is found between skin and muscles, around blood vessels, nerves, and in the bone marrow. It fills the space inside the organs and supports internal organs and helps in repair of tissue. 7. Adipose. This tissue is found beneath the skin, around the kidneys, and between the internal organs. The cells of this tissue are filled with fat globules. Due to the storage of the fat, it acts as insulator. Students, now let's see the second type of complex tissue, muscular tissue. Muscular tissue consists of elongated cells called muscle fibers. Muscle contains special proteins called contractile proteins, which contract and relax to cause movement of muscles. There are two types of muscles, voluntary and involuntary muscles. The muscles which control the movements according to our will are called voluntary muscles. They are mostly attached to bones and help in body movement. They are also called skeletal muscles. Under microscope, these muscles show alternate light and dark bands or striations. Hence, they are called striated muscles. The cells of this tissue are long, cylindrical, unbranched, and multinucleate. We cannot really start or stop the movement of some muscles by our conscious will. Movement of food in the alimentary canal cannot be controlled simply because we want to do so. The muscles which control such movements are called involuntary muscles. They are also found in the iris of the eye, in ureters, and in the bronchi of the lungs. The cells are spindle-shaped and uninucleate. These muscles do not have striations. They are also called unstriated muscles. Breathing is controlled by chest muscles and a large muscular partition in your body called diaphragm. Is the diaphragm a voluntary or involuntary muscle? One or more type of involuntary muscle is found in the walls of the heart. They are called cardiac muscles. Nervous tissue. Students, the third type of complex tissue is the nervous tissue. All cells possess the ability to respond to stimuli. However, cells of the nervous tissue are highly specialized for being stimulated and then transmitting the stimulus very rapidly from one place to another within the body. The brain, spinal cord, and nerves are all composed of the nervous tissue. The cells of this tissue are called nerve cells or neurons. A neuron consists of a cell body with a nucleus and cytoplasm from which long, thin, hair-like processes arise. Usually, each neuron has a single long process called axon and many short branched processes called dendrites. An individual nerve cell may be up to a meter long. Many nerve fibers bound together by connective tissue make a nerve. Nerve impulses allow us to move our muscles according to our wish. The functional combination of nerve and muscle tissue is fundamental to most animals. This combination enables animals to move rapidly in response to stimuli.